Another brick fan with a Polybag review. This is Z-Blob and Bunchu Spider Escape. This is set 30636. Was released in August 2023. It has 44 pieces, and I suppose you could consider Z-Blob there a minifigure. It definitely has a minifigure head, and cost about $5 when it was released. Dreamzzz is a new LEGO theme that started in late 2023, and it's very interesting. I've seen there is a cartoon series that goes along with it, which I've seen a couple episodes. It has kind of some interesting concepts of this dream world and people who move between the real world or our world and the dream world. So it has some interesting ideas in it, and it is full of all kinds of new interesting pieces, as well as lots of very colorful pieces. So I expect a lot of really cool pieces to come out of these sets. Let's go ahead and get this one built and take a look at our finished Dreamzzz set. Here's our finished Dreamzzz set, and as you can see, it's in two major pieces. Let's take a look here first at the spider. So this spider has these nice yellow eyes, which I really appreciate. It's got the claws in this kind of pale green or spring green color, and then they're using this dark metallic gray type arms here. That coupled with the pinks are kind of interesting color combination. I think these teeth first came out in Hidden Side, which is a theme I really enjoyed. It was kind of a shame that it only lasted a couple years. We'll see. Hopefully Dreamzzz will last longer than that, since there are so many cool new pieces coming out. Spider's a pretty basic construction with just some clip pieces here for the head. There is this clear piece here to kind of help balance the spider. Overall, I think it looks pretty nice. This little scenery piece here is also well done. Nice to get this half round here in the, I believe that's an 8x4 half round. So you basically get an 8x8 circle. Put two of those together. A couple of these corner pieces to form that kind of rock stand there. I like the use of these pieces here to kind of look like mushrooms. And then, of course, there's two figures on this. So I believe this is Z-Blob, which is this little mold here with a minifigure head. And then instead of a hair piece, it has this kind of goo that goes over the top, which I think is a really nice little mold and piece there. And then we have Bunchu, who is a rabbit. Now the rabbit piece, this rabbit mold has been around for a while, but this is all new printing with a much more detailed face, kind of in this metallic pink or metallic purplish color, which I thought turned out really nicely. Almost looks like he's got a pot or maybe an Easter egg there on his belly. So that's kind of cool. No printing on the back. Would have been nice maybe to see a little bit of white on his little tail here in the back. Then, of course, a couple of these curled pieces here in white. Almost looks like it could be underwater, although I guess the mushrooms here kind of make it a land-based thing. Overall, like I said, these sets from Dreamzzz seem to have a lot of really cool new colors. Some interesting pieces, of course, in these sets with like this blob here for Z-Blob, which I thought turned out really nicely. And I think that could be a really interesting piece to use in other sets. As far as value goes on this is 44 pieces. I suppose you could consider Z-Blob a minifig, and then, of course, this nice rabbit piece, of course. So I think the value is good on this, even though it's a small set with only 44 pieces. Overall, though, I think $5 for a Polybag has always been a really good value. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Polybag set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to my Polybag review playlist up here on the screen.